howdy, and welcome to the Outside In podcast, where we discuss the latest in facilities management and litigation support outsourcing. Today, I'm excited to have Christian Almada, IST's on-site operations manager at Northeastern University, on the podcast to discuss IST's campus self-kiosk package and smart locker technology. This technology is helping universities and colleges get overnight packages into the hands of their students, staff, and faculty faster and more efficiently. I hope you enjoy. Christian, welcome to the Outside In podcast. Where are you joining us from today?
Thank you for having me. I'm joining you guys from Boston, Massachusetts, here at Northeastern University.
Excellent. So today we're here to talk about how colleges and universities are handling student package pickups. As online shopping continues to explode, universities are having to learn how to adapt to the increase in student and faculty packages that are being delivered on a daily basis. And we brought you online to talk about the technology systems ISTs developed to improve the speed and efficiency in which individuals are able to receive their packages. But before we dive into the heart of the discussion, can you give us a little background on your role at IST?
Sure. So my name is Adira Almeida. I go by Christian. I am the on-site manager here at the university. I handle all incoming and outgoing packages and mail for as staff, so for the faculty as well as the students here at the university. It's been great. Before I did this, I was at a different site, which was a hospital, kind of similar. But over here, working at the university, we started here in August last year. That's when we took over the site, and we've made so many improvements since then. And MSPT has proven to be a real reliable tool, especially an adjustable tool to anything that we wanted to change here at the university.
Excellent.
Yep.
So before we really start talking about the self-service kiosks for package pickup and the package smart lockers, can you give us a little background on how student pickup of packages was handled before IST's technology and some of the issues and bottlenecks that the university was seeing?
Sure. So on the processing side, everything remained the same. We have a very quick processing system. Packages come in, we scan them in, and as you just mentioned, we either tag them to the shelf or we tag them to the lockers. When we tag them to the shelf, that means the student will get a notification immediately saying, "Hey, we received your package. Your package is here, ready for pickup." We have two mail rooms here, so it'll specify the different mail rooms that we have, and the student will come and pick it up. Now, the way we used to process, basically tagging the packages out to the student, was using a PDA system. So the student would approach our reception, our front desk area, and they would hand us over their Husky card, or they would hand us over their student ID, and we would basically look up whatever package was under their name, using their last name. So we had to manually put everything in, and then we would look up the package. It would tell us exactly in which area it was located. We would go pick up the package, give it to the student, scan it out, and the student will walk away. Now, that already sounds like a pretty quick process, but as soon as we implemented the kiosks, that basically, we went from helping one student, taking maybe anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes to help a student, to basically doing it under a minute for every student. Because
Awesome.
now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, so beforehand, there's a line, there's a window, you go to the window, you give them the information, individual types it in,
Mhm,
that individual goes, finds the package, gives it to the
mhm.
person, sends them out the door. Is that correct?
Definitely, yep.
And so, what were the bottlenecks in that situation that created delays?
Well, first off, you had to do everything manually, right? Because the student will show your ID, We didn't, the system wasn't set up where the student would swipe an ID. You know, they would show your ID. You would have to put in their name first, type in their name, then you have to find how many packages are open in the system for the student. Then you have to write that down, walk over to whatever area you know, whatever location the system tells you that it's located at. So it could be a large package, which is in our larger area. We have the medium packages that go to the medium area, and then we have the smalls as well. And plus, we also have unknowns and we have letters. So it's 4 different locations where you would have to check to see if the package was there. Even though I'll actually correct that. When we process packages, we do put a description of which location which location the package is located at. So it does give you, you know, a straight shot to, hey, this is where
Right.
you're going. But you still have to put it in manually. You still have to look it up. You have to write it down. You have to walk over. Sometimes you might write it down, you know, you might write down the wrong number. You would have to check it again, go back and grab the package, go to the student. You would have to scan out the package with using the PDA and then give it to the student.
So what I'm hearing is the old system, while having some automation, was
Mhm.
still a very manual process.
Very correct.
So that manual process provided opportunities for error
Mhm.
and for things just to be slowed down. Is that correct?
Definitely. You know,
Excellent.
it could delay. It could cause a delay, definitely.
So then IST implemented its self-service kiosk. So can you tell us what a self-service kiosk is and then how it works?
Yeah, it totally changed the experience of the student. So the student now walks up to the reception. They don't initially you know, they don't need a person to speak to right away. They just walk up. They walk up to reception. They walk up to the kiosk. They put in their NUID number, which is a, you know, their specific number for each student. They put in their NUID number. As soon as they put in the NUID number, there is a screen that shows up that tells them exactly what the status is. So it'll tell them that somebody is looking for their package. Also, as soon as they put in that NUID number, we will automatically, there will be a ticket that will be printed out at reception. We can then pick up this ticket and we can look the package up while the student is waiting. We'll look the package up. It'll tell you exactly where it's located. You'll go, you'll grab the package, you'll bring it to reception. You'll call the students. There is a button that you press on the computer that calls the students to the specific station where we're helping them. They'll walk over. They'll put in their NUID number just to verify the fact that they're picking up their package, and they're out of here.
Excellent. So the old system was very linear, I would assume. You handled one person at
Hmm.
a time, no
Yep,
matter what.
definitely.
How's this new system change that approach to being able to help students and move them through the process faster?
Well, number one, you know, the student is there. There are 3 different stations that we have set up right now. During our moving week, which was a very busy week in January and also in the fall when September comes here, we're going to have multiple stations. But as it is right now, we have 3 different stations. Uh, all 3 can be occupied by students at the same time. They can all be putting in their NUID number. The ticket will come out. We'll have multiple people in the back grabbing a ticket and just helping students at the same time. It helps a lot. You know, let's say you're by yourself, even as a front desk employee, you're by yourself and 2 tickets come out. You'll grab 2 tickets. They're both kind of in the same location. You can grab one, you can grab another one, and you'll head right to reception. You'll call the students, you know, to the front desk. They'll scan it out. You'll have the other package for the other student, scan it out, and you know they're out the door. So it helped definitely with speeding everything up. Everybody's out of the door within a minute, you know, with under a minute. You know, depending on how many people how many people were helping at the time. But we've kept it under a minute for a very long time. And also, you know, in these times, especially with pandemic and everything, there's not a lot of interaction with the student. They're not handing you a card. They're basically touching the screen at the kiosk, and then they're just grabbing their package, and that's it. That's not too much interaction as far as giving us a card. You know, we have to give them the card back. We have to scan it from the PDA. So it really sped everything up. It was great.
Excellent. So, you had mentioned earlier you would have a student come in and they may have four, five, six packages.
Hmm.
But you also have students that come in that have one package or maybe two. So
Sure.
how has having the multiple stations and the self-service kiosk and all that, how's that improved that workflow between incoming end users that have different amount of packages and getting them through the system?
It that's the great that's actually what's so great about it because now a student comes in, puts in their NUID number, and any open package that they have here that they have in storage will show up on their ticket. So you'll get four, let's say John Hopkins comes in and he puts in his NUID number. You'll see four of his different packages all on one ticket, and you can grab all four and then just head back. Before, you would have to look it up in the system. You would have to write down all four packages. It takes some time to do all of that, especially in a system, especially if you have a long line. And it was great, it was effective, but this is just like, this new technology has made everything so easy for the students, but also very easy for my staff because it's just so quick and so convenient.
Excellent. So you talked about its new technology. There's always you got to get a buy-in from the user on technology and everything.
Mhm.
How has that implementation process and training process worked with getting the students used to the process?
Well, it's just as customer friendly as it is training friendly, if I can say that. It basically took us maybe a half hour just to get our team, just to inform our team how to start up the system, to check where to check when something goes wrong. How to check, let's say the computer is not connecting with the printer, or the printer is not printing out the ticket. Why is that happening? There are really quick ways to fix that, which helps operations. There's almost no delay when something goes wrong. And also training the training somebody to use the system, Brad. I could train you in 1 minute, and you would already be a full-time employee here at reception for us, because it's just so quickly to learn, and it's so, like I said, so customer friendly to use as well.
Excellent. So obviously these self-service kiosks are really important and they've helped that centralized mail package room move people quicker.
Hmm.
But at a university on a large campus, having a single centralized location can also be a checkpoint. So IST implemented smart lockers throughout the campus to help improve and spread that package delivery around. Can you talk to us about that smart locker system and how it's helped?
Yep, definitely. Huge help, huge help. You got to understand that we have 7 different locations here on campus, with locker locations. Before, we would have a long line, of course, of students, just because we have so many. There's just a high volume of students that started in the semester in September, and then again in January we had a whole wave again. It basically cuts down your line here at reception, because the students don't have to come here. They're basically going to the location, which is conveniently located inside of their dorm, or in a general location where everybody meets on campus. The way you tag packages is again very, very simple. I love this MSPT system. Package comes in, we receive it, we tag the package to a locker. It's a bit different than when you tag it to a shelf. When you tag it to a shelf, the student will immediately get a notification on their email saying, "Hey, it's ready for pickup at this mail room. Please come and pick up your package." When it's tagged to a locker, it's a bit different, because we need time to go put the package in a locker. So we'll tag it to a locker. We'll, let's say, put it in the truck. As soon as you put it inside of a locker and you close the locker door, that's when the student receives an email. And the email it will specify where they're picking up their package, which location. It will specify a unique code that they can use as soon as they get in, and it'll tell them the steps to follow. So, if you're picking up your package as a student, you'll walk up to a locker. Your email has a QR code on it. You'll scan the QR code in front of the in front of the station, and Locker will pop open as soon as you scan it. You'll grab your package, you'll close the door, and that will, in MSPT, that will show that you picked up your package. It will verify it. It's again a great system. If for some reason the QR code is not working, you can also use a PIN code that's provided in the email.
So, how does IST determine whether a package goes to the centralized mail station on a shelf or to a
Mhm.
locker?
That depends on the size. So the lockers, oh, let me see, what is exactly the difference? I think it's 5, 11, and 13. Those are the sizes that we have. They all have the same width and depth, but the length is a bit different. So if you have a package, students they'll order anything these days. They'll order TVs, they'll order microwaves. Those things don't go into a locker, of course. But the lion's share of the packages that we receive will definitely all fit inside of a locker because they're all different type of sizes. And yeah, it's been a great experience, especially for my locker drivers. It's a very easy system. Soon as they show up, they scan their package. It tells them exactly where the package goes. It'll tell you on the station on the display. It's going to go to J5, and it'll show you exactly on the display where J5 is located. You'll open, you'll put it in, you'll close it. As soon as you close it, the student gets an email and is ready for pickup. And it's the university has done a great job pinpointing the locations where students can pick up their package. We have a lot of dorms on campus as well. Sometimes it's located inside of a dorm, and like I said before, sometimes it's located in the cafeteria or in a location where there's a high volume of students.
So, how is that locate? How do you guarantee that you put the locker in or put the package in the locker that's in my dorm and not in your dorm? Because I assume the dorms could be across campus.
That's a great question. It's all connected. So let's say you're in dorm B. That's your address will show that you're in dorm B. So that'll only give us the option to put packages inside of that locker. It doesn't give us the option to put it in another locker. So it's basically connected through the feed, through the address of the student.
So I'm a student and I start the year off in dorm B, and my roommate snores and I can't handle it, and I've gone into housing and got changed to dorm A. Are my packages still going to end up in dorm B's lockers?
No, no, that's the magic of MSPT system. Whenever we change, or let's say whenever the university changes something on their let's say their housing list, it'll automatically change it inside of MSPT it'll automatically change it into MSPT as soon as it refreshes the system. So that happens, I think it happens about 10 times a day. So yeah, you'll definitely get your package, Brad,
Awesome.
if you're a new student.
Excellent. What type of feedback do you hear from the students on the system?
Oh, they love it. They love it. There are some occasions where let's say we get a package and a student's name is wrong. Students sometimes only put their first name on there, or forget to put a name. Then we have to tag it as an unknown, and the student has to come and pick up the package. They still have to do it through the old system then, because they have to show us their card. We have to verify which tracking number or which package that we're looking for. So that brings us kind of back to that old system, and everybody hates it. The student will hate it. The person that's picking up an unknown person that's picking up an unknown package, and the person that's grabbing the package for the student, they're like, oh my God, thank God we made that change, because it's so much better, so much better. I can tell you, when we started in September, which was the first semester and the first move-in, it was the lines were out the door. It's just the hardest. It was just harder to scan things out. And then when we did it again in January, the students just, you could just see the emails. You can just hear the praises from the students saying this was incredible. I was in there and out of there within 30 seconds. It was just a matter of seconds that kids are just out of here. So they love it. These kids are very
Awesome.
busy. These kids are very busy. They don't like they don't like staying here too much.
Yeah, we can all understand that. We none of us like waiting in lines, and it sounds like what this has done has been able to eliminate those lines by making the ability to service multiple people at one time and to
Mhm.
more efficiently get that package to that front desk for them to be able to scan it out and head on their way. Is that right?
Very efficient, very efficient. And also like you mentioned before, it takes away, manual errors. It's always going to be here, right? It takes basically errors away, so many, because you're printing something that's on a ticket. You know that it's going to be correct. You'll do a Q check as soon as you give the package to the student, but you're not writing anything down, so you're not making as many mistakes as you did before. And with the locker system, which is a very, very, uh, I would say, error-proof system as well. It's almost impossible for you to make a mistake with that system, because the label that we put on, that is our IST label. As soon as you get to the locker location, you'll scan the package and the door opens. You don't have to pick a door. You don't have to. Only thing you check is to see if there's maybe a package in there that has expired. Maybe a student didn't pick up a package, because they have 72 hours to pick up a package. So you'll just open the door and see if there's anything in there, put it in there, close the door, student gets an email, and voila, perfect system.
Oh, that's amazing. Christian, this has been an amazing conversation. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us today. I just want to leave it with one last question. What future enhancements are you hoping to see through these systems to continue to improve that student experience?
Very, very good that you asked me that. I almost forgot. So we started testing an app which is connected to our lockers as well. This app allows the students to first of all, whenever you receive an email, it is clear, but these students are so used to using applications that, if you create an app for them that can serve the same purpose as the email, it'll be great. And that's what they've created. IST has created an app where the student will get a notification inside of an application, a specified application that they created, and they'll get a notification saying, "Hey, your package is ready for pickup." Soon as they show up to the locker, now they can remotely open the locker, so they don't even have to put in a QR code. They don't have to put in their code. They still have the option to do so, but they don't have to do it. They'll just show up as soon as they're. I think it's 3 to 5 feet uh, proximity in front of the locker.
Hmm.
As soon as they get close to it, they can just open the locker, and the locker will open right away. They can pick up their package, close it, and awesome. They can also see the history in there, of all the packages that they picked up, which is a great tool as well. Because a lot of times these students, they surprise me every time, man. Me, if I order something, I am at my front door looking for it every day. But these students will order 10 things and then just forget that they ordered stuff. And yeah, it's a great tool that they have it all in one app that shows them where to pick it up, that shows them the packages that they picked up previously as well. I can't wait for us to start that application, or to start that using that app. We've tested it on campus. We've tested it on all the different locations that we have here. We have a few of students that we have work for us as well, so we were able to use them as, let's say, as the testers, and they love it. They love it. They can't wait for us to start that new improvement in the system. It's great. It's really great.
Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. Particularly that audit trail that's in there. Like you said, so they can see what they picked up and not. Because I know
Mhm.
you said you're always on top of it. I got no ideas what's showing up to my house and when. So that's a really great tool to be able to quickly and easily be able to audit and see what you've received and haven't received
It's
yet.
yeah,
So
it's really and it looks really good, guys. It looks like I've seen it. We had to download it on the different state. It looks really, really easy, very professional, and like I said, we tested it on students, and the students love it. They can't wait for that to start as well. So hopefully that starts soon. Because we've already completed the testing phase, so now we're almost at the finish with that.
awesome. Well, thank you so much again for your time. This has been a wonderful conversation, super informative. It's amazing to see how technology is helping to improve the life of our student and users at our university and college sites.
Definitely. No, I thank you so much for having me on. Yeah, like I said, I can honestly tell you when I first got here, that first week when we were doing the, you know, the when we were doing the move-in and we saw all these students and all these packages, it was getting, it was a lot to handle at that point. But again and again, you provide IST with a challenge and they respond. They respond in a great way, And I am looking forward for all the I'm looking forward to all the different changes that they're gonna make. We're almost here a full year, and we've already gotten the kiosks. We've adjusted the kiosks already. We've moved the locations. We've responded whenever there's a move-in week. We've responded in a great way, moving to different locations, and now we're getting the testing app as well, all within a year. It's been great. It's been great. So yeah, kudos to ISD for responding with the best technology always.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christian.
No problem, Brad. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Outside In podcast. I hope you enjoyed today's conversation with Christian Almada. To learn more about our campus self kiosk and package pickup and smart locker technology, please visit iscmanagement.com. And to keep learning about the latest in facilities management and litigation support outsourcing, please subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.